Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a clarification about the meaning of one of the ayat of the Quran. Allah Azza wa Jal said in the Quran in Surah Al-An'am, الذين آمنوا ولم يلبسوا إيمانهم بظلم. Those who believed and they did not mix their belief with ظلم, which means injustice, in the literal meaning of the word. And we're going to go to this in detail, inshallah Azza wa Jal. What's going to happen to them? أولئك لهم الأمن وهم مهتدون. Those has the security from Allah Azza wa Jal, وهم مهتدون, and they are guided. So when the ayah came, as mentioned in Sahih al-Bukhari, as narrated by Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, when the ayah came, the companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam were scared, got scared, and they said, وَأَيُّنَا لَمْ يَلْبِسْ إِيمَانَهُ بِظُلْمٍ. All of us got some injustice, mixed with our iman. Injustice here, they understood that the meaning of injustice here goes to committing the sins and the bad deeds, because Allah Azza wa Jal talked about that in the Quran in many ayat. He said, فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Do not do any injustice to yourself in the sacred month, which means don't do bad deeds or sins in these. And so many other ayat. So the Sahaba understood it according to the general meaning of يظلم ومن يظلم نفسه ثم يستغفر الله يجد الله غفورا رحيم. Whoever does any injustice to himself by committing the sins, that's how they understand it, and that's how it is. Then he do istighfar to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he will find Allah Azza wa Jal forgiving. Getting back to the ayah, the Sahaba said that means we are not included, because all of us, we're humans, we have sins. So the Prophet ﷺ said, لَيْسَ بِذَلِكَ. It's not the meaning like as you understand it. That's why we have some ayat in the Quran, we might get to the general meaning of it, and then our idea is wrong, because there is a correction here as applies to this ayat. So لَيْسَ بِذَلِكَ وَإِنَّمَا الشِّرْكُ أو الظُّلْمُ الشِّرْكُ. What is meant by ظلم in this ayah, injustice in this ayah, that means the shirk, associating other gods besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said, he quoted another ayah from the Quran that supports the meaning, this specific meaning, and he said, يا بني لا تشرك بالله إن الشرك لظلم عظيم, as mentioned in Surah Luqman, when Luqman, the wise, was giving advice to his son, say, my son, do not take other gods besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because إن الشرك, associating other gods besides Allah Azza wa Jal, لظلم عظيم, that's the greatest, injustice. So the word ظلم in this ayah also means the shirk. Someone might ask, how come that the ayah is addressing the believers and saying that they did not mix their iman with, shirk? And obviously we must understand that shirk is different levels. There is the biggest shirk, which gets you outside Islam, when you associate other gods besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there are minor levels of shirk, or lower levels of shirk, if you can say, that you are a believer, but when you do things, you're not doing it sincerely to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're watching the other humans, you're doing it for the sake of fame, you're doing it as, So insincerity, adam al-ikhlas, not being sincere, that's a kind of shirk in your actions and your own deeds. It doesn't get you outside Islam, but it lowers your hasanat and your good deeds. So we have to be careful about that when it comes to intentions and when it comes to our deeds in the dunya, especially the ones that are connected to the ibadah, to the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal. We have to do it purely to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these ayat also must be understood in the context of the story of what mentioned. So the story was talking about Ibrahim alayhi salam, how Ibrahim had an argument with his own people that Allah is the only God. He had argument with the people who are worshipping the stars, and he told them that I don't worship the stars because they appear and disappear. And he told them also that I don't worship the moon because also the same thing applies to it. I don't worship the sun, same thing applies to it. And then he declared it clearly that he is bari'un mimma yushrikun, that he has nothing to do with their shirk. And then the ayah comes after that, comments about this, that Allah Azza wa Jal gives the safety and security and calmness of the heart to those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and do not have any kind of shirk. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.